Good morning, Hana Nation. Today we are building my March TBR, but I am removing personal choice from the equation because that has historically not always gone well, or I just fall back onto reading the same series I've probably already read 8 times. I have 8 categories, and I must pick a book from each. There will be no swaps, no dramatic unhaul. This is binding, so let's make some poor decisions together. So there are 8 categories like I mentioned. I'm going to read them to you now. They're off a script, so I'm sorry. 1 random wheel spin from my non-physical TBR. 1 physical TBR book, 1 audiobook, 1 series continuation, 1 friend recommendation, I don't have enough fingers, oh my god, 1 library book, 1 Black History Month pick, and then also 1 booktube recommendation. Sitting Hana here with my lovely assistant, coming to report that yes, I do know that February is Black History Month and not March. However, I did not read a lot in February, to be honest with you, and I wanted to make sure I did put that in there somewhere for my March TBR, because it's something I intended to do in February and just did not. I read like nothing in February, so getting to it now. Yes. I know this is wildly ambitious, and no, I have not learned. I will also be keeping a running page count because I believe in public accountability. Okay, for the first time ever, I'm actually using the mic how it's supposed to be used instead of holding it. You're welcome. But we're going to start out with a random book off my TBR. But we are going to start off with the wheel. And I was just going to do a random number generator, but I figured out how to do the wheel, and I'm going to show you. So I went to Goodreads, and then I went and exported my whole TBR. So my TBR right now is 637 books. Which, to be fair, when I see a book that seems interesting on social media, I just kind of throw it in there so I remember it. I know, it's a lot. It's kind of inexcusable, actually, when you think about it. But it's okay, it's fine. We're going to move on. So, on Goodreads, if you want to learn how to do this, to put all your stuff into a wheel, you just go and you export all of the books. Like, you just export your library. You're going to go into a spreadsheet, okay? And then through your spreadsheet, what you're going to do is you're going to first sort by the category up here. Go and sort sheet A to Z, whatever. Find whatever's just on your to-read or whatever that shelf is going to be called for you. And then the formula you're going to use, because you guys all care so much, is this right here. And I'm showing you on screen. Yeah. You're going to use that. And then this is where your books start, like where to-read starts, and that's where it ends. And then it'll give you a full list. Then you can go and you can hit... You can just copy it. You can just copy them and then put them in the wheel. And now we're in the wheel. Okay, so again, this has so many things on it. But let's go ahead and spin and see what we get. You literally can't even read the titles. Oh my god. That's bad. Okay, spin. Let's see what happens. I didn't think it would take this long to spin, to be honest. Our first book of the month, or first thing on our list that we're going to read, is Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, wait. I love this movie. Okay, I absolutely love this movie. It's my plain movie, like I think everyone else in the world. Okay, great. So yeah, that would be the very first book on my TBR this month. I absolutely hated having the mic on my lapel. I feel like I need something to do with my hands, so we're gonna hold it. But if you haven't seen Crazy Rich Asians, quick little summary of this is basically Rachel Chu is our main character, and she thinks she's going to Singapore for a very chill and cool summer, meet her boyfriend's family, and just get to know them because she hasn't met them yet. But what she doesn't know is that her boyfriend Nick is super duper rich, absurdly rich, hence the title Crazy Rich Asians. Whoa! High society meets family drama. They're mad that she's a normal girl dating him. That's what I've gotten from the movie, at least, okay? So I don't know how similar the book is, but I will report back. And so with our first book, our starting page count is 403 pages. We're now going to go ahead and move to my physical TBR, which I also made a wheel for. I have significantly less books on my physical TBR, I believe 68, which is still a lot. Is it 65? It's 65, which is still a lot. And I know I talked in my last video about the overconsumption of book talk, or maybe it was my first video about how I just don't, I'm not too into that, and I try not to have a bunch of books that I haven't read, but we can all see how that has worked out for me. So we're going to go ahead and spin. A lot of these are Illumicrate and Owlcrate books. I actually ended up unsubscribing from Owlcrate, and I'm still on Illumicrate. I just found I liked their editions a lot better and have liked their picks a lot better in general as well. So let's see what we get. Spinning. You can actually read the titles this time. Isn't this awesome? I'm mad. I'm literally mad. Okay, let me give some context for why I own this book. Because I am not a Colleen Hoover fan. I don't enjoy her work. I have a lot of thoughts on Colleen Hoover, and I don't think a single one of them are positive, to be honest with you. But they're... Oh my god. My cousin and I kind of have this bit where... We've both bought each other Colleen Hoover book for a birthday or a Christmas or something because we thought it was funny, which I need everyone to stop judging me right now. Okay, I already said I can't skip anything, so we're reading It Starts With Us. Be ready for a hate video. I hope you are all prepared and ready for a hate video during my review of my March TBR. This is really funny because I'm recording right now. Sorry. This is
What are you recording for?
YouTube, bro.
Oh, can I say hey to the vlog?
Okay, hey to the vlog. Say hello. This is Redden, everybody.
Hi vlog.
I'm recording my March physical TBR video. I'm like making my TBR for March. That's actually really funny. Okay, Redden and I are now finished with our gossip session. He was just updating me on something crazy. Unfortunately, It Starts With Us is on my TBR for the month. That book is 324 pages. I'm not going to give you a synopsis because I don't really care. 727 pages is our current running count. Next for my audiobook, this is going to be a little less exciting, and this does kind of go into a different category as well, but I am currently rereading Percy Jackson. I actually haven't reread the series in a very, very long time, but I started watching the show and I thought, wow, I used to love these books. Let me see if they hold up. A common theme right now for me, and they are in fact holding up. I'm still very much enjoying them, but so my audio pick for the month is going to be The Son of Neptune. It is 544 pages. The Son of Neptune is the second book in the second set of Percy Jackson series. It is called The Heroes of Olympus, I believe that series is, and I'm not going to explain it because there's going to be some spoilers. If you haven't read them, well, can I spoil a book that's really like 15 years old? With Son of Neptune, that brings our current total page count to 1,271. I'm making several mistakes. My series continuation, this is personal growth for me. I will not be starting a new series. I will just be finally continuing one. And something I've been wanting to continue reading for a long time is Attack on Titan. I know I wasn't going to talk about manga too much on this channel, but I do really enjoy manga and I do love reading it. So we got it from our local library. This is the fourth volume, I believe. Yes, this is the fourth volume, and I'm getting right through it. I absolutely love this show. If you haven't seen it, it is fantastic. Do not watch it as a first anime because nothing will literally ever compare. I will genuinely forever be searching for the void that this left. Absolutely fantastic series, and I've heard the ending of the manga is different than the anime, so I'm excited to see. 4 out of the 8 categories right now. We're at our midway check-in point, so our current total running page count is 1,463. The Attack on Titan Volume 4 is 192 pages, which is a little shorter, and I will probably be able to read that very quickly in one sitting because I absolutely love the series. And now moving on to our library book category. This is going to be our 5th category, and again, I'm not really going to read these in order. It's going to be whatever I feel like I can handle at the time, but our library book pick is going to be Dinosaur in a Haystack by Stephen Gould. If you don't know who Stephen Gould is, he is a Harvard-educated paleontologist, and this is his 7th, I believe, collection of essays that were previously published in The View of Life, which was a column in the Natural History magazine that he contributed to for like 20 years. So I'm really excited for this. I absolutely love dinosaurs. It's my favorite type of nonfiction. Stuff about evolution and paleontology. I just think it's really enjoyable to read and interesting to learn about. This book is long, I'm not gonna lie. It is 480 pages, which brings our total current page count to 1,943. Getting nervous. And my next recommendation is actually going to be from a booktuber I've really been enjoying recently. Her name is Sophie's Books. She's a smaller channel as well, and I'm going to link her stuff in the description. She's a very calm vibe, and just the way she explains books makes them sound so interesting to me. So she actually just posted a video called 10 East Asian inspired fantasy books you need to read, and I was like, it sounds right up my alley. I am trying to branch out to more fantasy books that are not necessarily just the big names in fantasy that you hear. And so I hadn't heard a lot of these books, but one of them that sounded really exciting to me was called Immortal. Immortal is a book by Su Lin Tan, and she has a lot of other books. I've heard her duology is very good, also highly recommended by Sophie. But essentially, this book is about Lien. She is the princess of a fallen mortal kingdom, and she is trying to reclaim her throne. So she gets summoned to the immortal realm and basically has to meet all these gods, win their favor, play the politics game, and all of that. But the immortal court is not super harmonious. It's just kind of a celestial chessboard, I guess, for a better explanation for it. And every single favor comes with a price, right? But of course, because it's a little romantasy moment, I think she falls in love. I don't know. I haven't read it. I'm reading a synopsis, and I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I will let you guys know my full actual thoughts in my update video for my March TBR. I also just found out Immortal is on Kindle Unlimited, so if you end up liking my review and feeling like you should watch it, you can get it for free, which is awesome. But Immortal is 464 pages. So that brings our total right now to 2,407 pages. We have a few more categories to go. Moving on to our next category, my pick for Black History Month is going to be Beloved by Toni Morrison, which is something I've been so excited to read. I've been seeing it all over social media and just haven't gotten a chance to pick it up, but I'm making it a priority this month. So Beloved is set after the American Civil War, and again, this is what I'm garnering from Goodreads and other reviews, because I'm trying not to get spoiled. It's set after the American Civil War, and the novel follows Sethi, I believe is how you say her name. She is a formerly enslaved woman living in Ohio, trying to build a life with her daughter while also carrying some trauma of all of the things she has already survived. Her house is haunted, literally, by the baby she lost years ago, whom her gravestone is just etched with beloved. So that is what I understand about this book. I didn't want to read too many of the reviews because I saw a lot of them were marked with spoilers, but I'm super excited to get into it. Beloved is 325 pages, adding our total to 2,732 pages. Let's all pray. And like I mentioned earlier, I am going to phone a friend. We're going to FaceTime Kelly and see what her recommendation for me is this month. She hates me. She hates me. She answered, guys. Look, here's Kelly. She's driving. Hello, Kelly. I am making a March TBR of 8 books, and one of them is recommended by a friend, and I have to read whatever it is. So give me your pick.
I pick Beartown.
Kelly's been telling me to read Beartown for a very long time. So this month I will finally be getting into it. Thanks, Goat.
I'm so excited.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I needed. We're reading Beartown. And I don't know why I thought Beartown was a shorter book. Beartown is 432 pages, adding that on to our total. This looks like it's going to be a great month of reading, and honestly, this may be my new system for picking my TBR, because I think so much of the times I just don't read because I'm paralyzed by decision paralysis and the amount of things that I could read, and I also probably will read a few other things in there. I may or may not complete this, y'all. Literally, who knows? But I'll check back in with you in March when we talk about all of these books and their reviews. Which brings our total to 3,164 pages in the month of March, hopefully with these books. And I would like to preface by saying that I read pretty quickly, so I do think this is an accomplishable goal. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit too ahead of myself, but if I take out some doom scrolling, I think we'll make it work. I also, like I mentioned, don't have classes right now because of my study abroad program happening in March, so I really just can read, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully this will all be beautiful and awesome, and I anticipate having a few pretty good reviews. I'm going to start off with my early predictions here of enjoying pretty much everything on this list, except It Starts With Us, and then I wonder how I'm going to feel about Crazy Rich Asians just because I really like the movie, and I've heard that the book is not as good as the movie, quote, but, I don't always trust everyone's opinion. There are some people out there who rated Onyx Storm a 5-star on Goodreads, so. No hate, but that was my worst book of 2025. Anyway. Thanks for joining me while we build March's TBR. Hopefully we get to all of them. I'm going to really try to. So let me know which one I should start with first in the comments, and I'll be seeing you in the next one soon. Thanks for hanging out with me today.